We're Trent Allie, and drywall is officially underway.
This sucks.
And it's going smoothly. Do you forgive me?
Yeah, I forgive you. I'm not happy about it.
And quickly. This is really cool.
You like it?
I love it. Besides the obvious snags here and there. There was light coming off of it, and they took a piece of sheetrock, hung the drywall over it, and I was like, did you guys move the lantern? And they were both like, no, we didn't. Today, we're cruising, and at this rate, we'll be done with drywall in no time.
We made it safe and sound. No sheetrock was damaged in the filming of this video.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become. I've been running, looking for a sunset.
What's up, guys? Good morning. Welcome back. We are getting a nice start on it this morning, feeling like we don't know what we're doing and that we're making a huge mistake, but we're ready to run with it. I am really excited to continue getting all the drywall hung, and then the hard part comes, which is taping and mudding, but that's not going to be for like 2 weeks. I think it's going to take us to hang all this drywall.
2 weeks, you think you can get it all done?
Hang it?
Yeah?
Better not take that long. That was a joke. So I just used the roto zip for the second time. The first time was the box in the underneath the stairs downstairs, and I cut that box out perfectly.
Yeah, it looks great.
That's pretty good.
Just do that 100 more times.
That's exactly right, and in much more precarious situations.
So come what may.
You know, some people would think that it's dandruff, but in reality, this is the face of a man who's hanging drywall.
Yeah, and this isn't even taping and mudding and sanding. This is just cutting holes in the ceiling. We gotta get all the like heater vents and everything like taped off so that all the dust doesn't go in there.
It's been a wonderful morning so far. We're just getting started, hopefully finishing up the drywall in the stairwell today. We're gonna try to use up all the sheets that we have. Maybe we'll even make a trip back to Home Depot to get more if we can finish using up the stuff that we picked up the other day from Home Depot. But regardless, they're getting into a groove. Things are looking good, things are feeling good. I know hanging drywall is the easiest part, but it still takes a little bit of practice to really get the hang of it, the hang of hanging the drywall. And I think they're starting to kind of enjoy it.
We're not enjoying it, we're putting up with it.
Oh, you're being such good sports about it.
Thanks.
If anyone would like to take bets on how long it'll take until we hire some professional help to get us through the taping and the mudding or even the hanging of the drywall, put your comments below. I'm thinking it might be sooner rather than later.
Like once you get into the corner, there's not a lot of room for the drill to be on an angle, and this drywall drill just like doesn't want to be on an angle at all. Let me film my little, do I have a little thing on the top of my head wiggling?
No, but I'm sure you can
alfalfa.
feel it. Oh, up here? Yeah, it's wiggling.
Are you blind? Well, I was like shaking this and you're like looking at my face.
I thought you were talking about a piece of drywall in like your forehead or something. Is it wiggling? Yeah, it's always wiggling.
Yes.
It's not super overcast. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's mostly windy and just cold today. I think the high is only like high 50s, and feels like fall. Feels like I need a scarf and a sweater and a cup of hot chocolate or something. So while the guys are finishing up the stairwell, There's not too much I can help them with since it's a pretty cramped space and it's pretty dark and dusty in there, and honestly, I'm very excited to just get out of the dust and breathe some fresh air. I'm gonna go put on some layers and maybe make a little bit of hot chocolate. Quick snack, a little bit of warm oatmeal and a sweater. It is chilly out here. The sun is coming out though, so hopefully it starts to warm up a little bit, but at least it's not snowing. Could be worse, right? I'll take what I can get. Hello, gentlemen.
Gifts?
Did I bring gifts?
Yeah.
I did bring gifts.
What do you got?
This is a cookie from Milk Bar. How's it going in here?
So good.
I think the stairwells are probably the hardest part.
That's what we're telling ourselves.
Goofy angles.
I mean, everything else is square.
Well, it's about a hair out of square.
Square enough for sheetrock.
Lika has been a very well-behaved dog for the most part. She kind of goes into like weird puppy tantrums sometimes. But one big mistake we made was leaving my sweater next to her crate when we left. She doesn't like being in the crate when we're not there.
Now it's high fashion.
And now I have, some fun stuff going on with my sweater.
Lika is the only dog that I've ever had or been around that will eat things outside of her crate. Usually when you put a dog in a crate, they would like maybe tear up their bed or they get frustrated when they're inside. But no, if there's anything within like 6 inches of the outside of Lika's crate, she will somehow get that through the cracks in the crate and destroy it.
Yeah.
Not only that, the cushion that we had cushions made for like the bench in Terry. She ripped the fabric off the side of the cushion through the crate.
She won't chew or destroy anything if she's just out walking around, if we're there. She doesn't touch our clothes or our shoes. I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, right? But so far, like, she's been so well behaved. It's only when we put her in the crate by herself, where she's supposed to be in a contained, safe, quiet place, that she does everything destructive possible.
And I know that if we just left her in Terry and we left, she would just do to Terry what she tries to do to the things that are like outside of her crate. So that's the main reason why we can't just let her out of the crate when we leave. But she's doing pretty good. She's a super puppy, and she's displaying all of the puppy problems. And I feel like it's getting better. And as she gets older, hopefully it will continue to get better and she won't have separation anxiety for the rest of her life.
It's pretty dark in this stairwell, so earlier I put our little lantern. It's just like a little...
Who did it?
I did it. I put our little battery-operated lantern in a little shelf here because it helped give them some light. It was on. It was illuminated. There was light coming off of it, and they took a piece of sheetrock just now and hung the drywall over it. And I was like, "Did you guys move the lantern?" And they were both like, "No, we didn't. We just put the sheetrock over the illuminated lantern."
In our defense,
Yeah.
we had a piece of sheetrock blocking our view.
And then Brandon goes, "Oh, that was the bulge that we were putting it over." They're gonna unscrew some of the screws and cut a piece of sheetrock in half to remove the lantern that was inside the wall. And the moral of the story here is, even if you think you're being helpful, just don't put anything in the walls where people are hanging drywall, because it's very likely that they will completely ignore the fact that it is there, even if it's illuminated and giving off light, and something very obvious, like a lit up light, which to me seems very obvious. Just don't do it, because it will be your fault.
Said I wouldn't call that lantern illuminated. It's more like a faint glow. I remember seeing this light right here. I was like, man, the sun is just like shining down from behind there.
Oh my gosh. You do also remember earlier, Trent, when I turned it on and gave it to you, and I said, "Here, put this in that shelf up there."
I didn't do that.
Oh yeah. There be light.
Stupid lantern. I'm gonna throw this.
You can throw it right here.
Not happy about it. Yeah, I'm glad you asked before I got the last 3 screws in.
Did the lantern die?
Alright. This lantern has seen better days. It will live right here from now on. Nice and safe. Do you forgive me?
Yeah, I forgive you. I'm not happy about it, but I forgive you. There's already just a handful of cuts and spots that are just not turning out too perfectly, and that's like mildly aggravating. And then on top of that is
Your wife leaving lanterns in the wall?
no, just learning like to use the tools and the screw gun and getting the screws to set properly, and it's just not going super easy. And so there's just a learning curve with all this stuff, which is why we started in these spaces that like not a lot of people are gonna see, and it's kind of like if it gets messed up, it's not a big deal. But by the time we get out there into the front room and the kitchen and the living room and the
Visible spaces.
we really got to get it under wraps. So just try not to put anything else inside the walls,
Never again.
and we'll be fine.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, no, no.
I would also like to point out that although we've had some shortages in the supply chain that we've tried to overcome relatively quickly, we did, for a very long time, have July set as our goal for moving into the house, which now that it's in the middle of June is hilarious to think about. Totally unrealistic. I think our hard deadline now is Thanksgiving, but ideally I think we really need to be in here by like September to like finish all the little tiny projects and finishing pieces that inevitably will need to be finished even after we've gotten certificate of occupancy. But at this point, I'm just hoping September is even realistic. Last piece of this bottom piece of the
Get out of here,
stairwell.
hose.
Oh boy. And
What's the verdict? Beautiful?
looks good from over here. Get angry.
Arrgh.
Tell
Take that,
drywall.
crumbly white drywall. Chalk white, oh so frail. A something like a wicker basket. Chalk white and oh so frail.
You're gonna have to keep singing because I don't
Hard
know.
in a blender.
Oh,
Pocket
that
full
song.
of splendor. Watch it spin
Beautiful
round to a
oblivion.
beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you.
As soon as we finish building this house, we're definitely gonna start our own band. Don't worry.
You'd like to be the first person to get a ticket to our first concert.
Yeah. Did you guys check before you put this up? Is there a lantern in the wall?
No lanterns.
There is, it's staying there now. We're trying to cover up some mistakes here, and I think we've done a pretty good job. The real mistake covering will come after we have to tape and mud. And I just anticipate all of July will be tape and mud month.
Wow.
There's a lot. And a lot of people probably think that we're going to be taking drywall sheets up and putting them on the ceiling, and that's not happening. We're doing tongue and groove on the ceiling. So if I had to like haul 5/8 sheets up and put them on that cathedral ceiling, I don't think I would be doing it because we would drop a lot of them. I'm really glad we have 2 pieces of 1/2-inch drywall, and this will be done. And I think tomorrow we'll get a couple things a 1/2 inch to finish that, and then probably enough 5/8 to do most of the kitchen,
Wow.
bathroom, pantry, and the bathroom upstairs. And then once we get those done, it's just start banging out 1/2-inch sheets of
Yeah.
sheetrock all over the place. I feel like, I'm like, oh man, it feels like we don't have that much left, but it took us 2 days to do these tiny little hallways, and now we have like the entire house. So.
Which you said was the most complicated with the weirdest angles and the most tight spaces, so
Yeah, from here it's just like you're just stacking like bricks, you know, it's easier, but and all you gotta do is cut out the windows and the doors. But the cool thing is that you can kind of just like stick them up over the windows and like cut out the windows. It's just like all the electrical boxes and the plumbing. Those will be
Fun.
challenging, but I'm excited to try. I know things are going to look a little bit different in here than what you guys are seeing in this current video, and I am Trent from the future. Yes, this is Drywall, and I'm here to let you guys know today's video is sponsored by Alexa Smart Home. When we had our furnace installed, we actually set up an Ecobee, and it was one of the older models, and we actually really love it, and we're super thankful that Amazon actually sent us the Ecobee Smart Thermostat with voice control. It's the newest version of the Ecobee. I'm gonna be swapping out the old one and putting the new one in. Ecobee Thermostat actually adjusts for indoor humidity, your time of use energy prices. It can also learn your routines and make suggestions that can make your house more energy efficient. It has Alexa built in, so you can actually ask Alexa to turn off your lights or turn up the heat or turn down the air conditioning or shut off the lights over here, or you can have Alexa do basically anything. Making your house smart and operating it with these devices is super easy. It's basically this easy. Alexa, turn on the light in the mechanical room. One of the things that I'm the most excited about to use is that I can actually set up what's called a routine. And a routine is a voice command that operates multiple smart devices. So we're gonna have smart blinds, smart lights, we've got a smart thermostat, and I can set a routine called I'm home. And then when I get home, I can walk in the door and I can say, Alexa, I'm home. And as soon as she hears that, she's gonna turn on the lights, she's gonna set the air conditioning or the heat to the predetermined temperature, it's gonna roll down the blinds, and everything is gonna be set with just saying that one phrase. Routine is one of the coolest features with Alexa Smart Home, and I wanted to say thanks again to Alexa Smart Home for sponsoring today's video. If you guys don't have some of these products, I highly recommend them. Well, another day, another dollar, another trip to Home Depot. We are out of drywall, as you guys saw earlier in this video. So Allie's gonna stay here and do some housekeeping things, I think. I don't actually know what she's gonna do. She might even go back to sleep, who knows. Brandon and I are gonna take the 4Runner and hitch it up to the trailer. We're gonna head to Home Depot and hopefully pick up a decent amount of drywall, enough to do like the ceiling in
The kitchen?
the kitchen,
Nice.
and maybe some other 1/2 inch. So,
Why would you do the ceiling before the walls of the kitchen?
because the ceiling always goes first.
Oh. Duh!
Yeah, duh.
Okay.
It's okay. You have no idea.
Good luck.
Love you.
Bye.
So Brandon and I are off to Home Depot. We got the trailer loaded up. We're gonna get as much sheetrock on this trailer as we can. Like I was saying earlier, I think the majority of what we're going to be able to get is enough to finish the stairwell, and then enough to do the ceiling in the kitchen and probably the bathroom and the pantry. I was gonna buy a drywall lift, which is like a little machine that you can like crank up that has like arms that holds the drywall sheets against the ceiling while you screw them up. And it was like $250, and Brandon and I's shoulder muscles are free, so I think Brandon and I are going to try holding 4x8 sheets that are 5/8 thick against the ceiling while we get them screwed in, and hopefully we don't regret this after 1 or 2 sheets and decide we need to go buy a drywall lift. But we're gonna grab a little jack, which is basically like a little one pole that I think is like $40, and you can like stick them against the ceiling and like tighten them, so it'll like kind of help us. It's like an extra hand so that you can use your other hand for screwing the drywall in. But I guess what I'm really trying to say is at the end of the day today, Brandon and I are both gonna be exhausted. Oh, thank you. Looks like they must have got a fresh shipment in, because all those and all those are 5/8 sheets. They are loaded up at Home Depot. Like if you came in here on any other day, you would never think that everywhere else is in a drywall shortage because there's so much freaking drywall here. It's crazy. But anyway, now for the hard part, Brandon and I have got to start loading all this up. We made it safe and sound. No sheetrock was damaged in the filming of this video.
Trent and Brandon are just getting back from Home Depot, and while they were gone, I had a whole list of things that I was gonna do. Take a nap, take the dogs for a walk, get a bunch of work done, and I got a bunch of work done, but that's about it. 1 out of 3. You can't always win them all.
You didn't get to take a nap?
I didn't get to say no. Poor me, right?
We're just out here trying to get these 5/8 sheets up on the deck. I'm dying already.
Oh man. Whew. How'd it go? They have everything you needed?
Yeah.
Good.
Uneventful, unfortunately.
That's good.
It's great.
It's actually turning into a glorious day. Kids are out of school for the summer, so there's like kids laughing and yelling and the breeze and it's cold. And you can actually smell fire, like someone built a fire because that's how cold it is today. It almost makes me want some like hot apple cider and to go pumpkin picking. It's like we had summer for one day and now it's fall. So get out your pumpkins and your Halloween lanterns because it's here.
And I think in 3 days it's supposed to be 100 degrees. So.
Oh.
It's gonna be really hot soon. She's gonna take that back. Help!
Powdered sugar.
Yeah.
This sucks.
No complaining.
So much dust.
We
of
chose
just
this.
one little thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't help that I have to be like 2 inches away from my face.
It's done.
Yay! It's done.
The entire stairwell and under the stairs. It's just a big white vacant box.
Disappointment.
No!
I'm pretty disappointed. I'm glad that it's over. Oh, well, it's not done. Brandon's still doing the lower pieces.
I didn't even notice.
Allie's
Never
the
mind.
queen of jumping the gun.
Just
and
kidding.
That's why I love her, but sometimes she just gets a little excited a little too soon. Brandon's cutting out this one piece that goes there, and then there's a small little triangle piece that goes below it, and then this giant disappointment will be done.
Heck yeah, guys! The first room is done!
Oh my gosh.
Second room,
What was the first room?
under the other stairs.
Oh, you're right! The second room is done!
Trying to discredit us.
I don't think these count as rooms though.
Yay, you guys! I mean, look at this though. This is gorgeous. It's really difficult to film because it's such a tight, dark space. But it looks pretty incredible, if I do say so myself.
Hope the rest of the house looks better than this.
But we're officially out of the lower portion of the house, and now we can officially begin working on the main floor and the loft. At least it'll be brighter and it's more spacious and a little bit less complicated angles. I mean, the good news is we don't even have a ceiling in our bedroom. It's just the kitchen and the bathroom. What do you think?
I think that the roto zip around these can lights is going to be a really big pain in the buttocks.
No, if anyone can do it, it's you.
I love you.
I love you. Well, either way, no matter how much progress we actually get done today, I'm stoked. This is really cool.
You like it?
I love it.
Now we're going to move on to the next piece, which is actually a full sheet. These have both been cut down, so they're a little smaller, a little lighter. And not only is this a full sheet, because these two were both cut down, so they're not like the full weight. This one's a full sheet, and there's 3 can lights that have to be cut out with the roto zip. So let me just say, we got our work cut out for us. Literally.
Always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why. Always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you on a Friday, halfway out at the door.
That was the first light, obviously, but the rest look really good. That one looks perfect. That's incredible.
By the time we're done, I'll know what I'm doing.
I was young, couldn't see that. Couldn't see that.
Trent does this thing that I've always made fun of him for. Whenever he's concentrating really hard, he's really focused, and he's really trying, he makes this face. This like overbite, angry face. I don't know how to describe it.
It's called baring your teeth.
Oh, okay.
All aggressive, beastie animals do it, including me.
And it just looks like a beaver. And it just looks like he's making a beaver face. Yeah, basically that.
It's his focus face.
Yeah, I can't do it on
Super
command. I have to be
focused.
really trying to do something.
Well, we've got plenty of footage from today of you trying to do something.
Go away.
Never thought I would see you this soon, but hope she really loves you. 'Cause I swear you deserve everything. Wish that I knew that.
Oh my gosh. Look at that beautiful ceiling. There's only 2 of the like lights and fan that I cut out that I'm not like super stoked on. And by super stoked, I mean the first one was an absolute disaster and you can't cover that up. So like the can lights have a ring that goes around them, like a beauty ring, so that it covers the exposed drywall. And that hole is not going to be covered by it. So I'm going to have to do some extra mudding and fixing, even though it's a brand new house. That's just kind of the way it goes, and I'm totally fine with that. I am really, really excited that we actually got the ceiling finished. And not only did we get the ceiling finished, we also completely finished this stairwell. Boom, 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 boom. I'm really glad that we got that done. We got all of the roof done or the ceiling done in the kitchen. Now the only other 5/8 drywall that we have left to do is here in the bathroom, which will be kind of intricate because of the duct chase, so we're going to think about that later because it's kind of a mess. In the pantry right here, and then the bathroom upstairs. That's it. And I think on Monday, because today is it's Friday and Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. On Monday we can finish doing the rest of that, and then we can start working on the walls. And I think maybe like 1 or 2 weeks of working on walls, and we should have all of the drywall hung, and then we can start taping and mudding. And that'll only take a month.
Cool. I mean, it looks so transformative, even though it's just the ceiling. And I know you guys were just hating your lives. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the way it turned out.
Yeah.
We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.